Hi everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Matt and this is What Matters to Matt. And on today's video, I want to go over Garmin Recovery. Now, what spurred this on was actually not that long ago, and I'll try to see if I can get the camera to focus on this, but not that long ago, a couple months ago now, but I was flipping through my social media the other day and I noticed this post that I made a couple months ago that said, Garmin watch, quote, recovery 62 hours, me, quote, but Garmin, I'm supposed to run 28 kilometers in about 12 hours. So what I decided to do was yesterday, before I went on my long run, I would record a little video just to show that I was fully recovered on my watch, because my watch was telling me that I was fully recovered. Now, keep in mind, to me, I didn't feel that great. I didn't feel 100% at the time. My Garmin said the night before I actually got a little bit over, I think it was a little bit over 9 hours sleep, when in fact, I got probably less than 5 hours. So Garmin sleep tracking, not entirely accurate all the time. And this is one of the things that I want you to keep in mind as I go through this video and as we talk about what Garmin does with this whole Garmin recovery and what they mean by that and how you might want to think about using this to help you with your gains, with your training and everything that you're doing, is that there are so many variables involved in this, in these calculations for Garmin to kind of spit out what your recovery might be. You have to take all that with a grain of salt. And that's not just with this Garmin recovery feature, that's with all sorts of different metrics that you might get from whether it's Coros or Polar or Garmin or any of these other companies, even Strava on their site. When your information is uploaded and it's spitting out all of these suggested training or different things about where your fitness level is at, take all this with a grain of salt. So I know I'm rambling on and on about this, but at the end of the day, I guess I just want to say that this information can actually be pretty useful as long as we put it into perspective and realize that it's not going to be perfect and that we need to use this information to help us inform where we go with our training and not dictate where we go with our training. So the two things I want to cover off in this video is basically what is Garmin recovery time and ultimately how does Garmin actually calculate that time? Okay, so right off the bat, one of the questions that I often get around Garmin recovery time is the question, is Garmin actually telling me that I need X number of hours before I can go for a run again? Actually, that's not the case at all. And if you pull this directly from Garmin's website, recovery time provides an estimate on how long it will take for you to fully recover and be ready for your next workout of the same intensity. So what Garmin's actually trying to tell you here is, yes, you can go for a run, but keep in mind if you're going for a run, even if it's an easy run, it may delay the amount of recovery time that the watch is telling you that you need. It may actually extend that recovery time, and taking a complete rest day like I did, like I mentioned earlier, might actually shorten that recovery time due to good rest. But the important fact here is that Garmin is not telling you that you can't go for a run. They're actually talking about recovery time between when you can go for a run of the same intensity that they're actually talking about. Hi guys, if you're liking this video so far, please consider subscribing to my channel and give me a thumbs up on this video and comment in the comment section down below. What kind of things are you doing to determine exactly when you are fully recovered and able to hit another hard workout? So how is Garmin actually calculating this recovery time? Well, it comes down to a couple of main things. First off is the training effect of your completed activity, and second is the amount of time remaining on your recovery time countdown at the start of your next activity. Now that second part is a good point that I want to mention, because if you remember from my watch in the beginning, I actually had 0 hours recovery listed on my watch when I started that long run yesterday. So we can go on the assumption that Garmin is saying that that run last night cost me 58 hours of recovery, and I wasn't impacted by anything that I had done before that I should have been fully fresh starting that run. And I should probably list here, because I am pulling this right from Garmin's website, that the third thing listed under how they determine your recovery is the first bits algorithm. Now, from what I can tell, that's just Garmin's algorithm on how they actually gather all the information and determine how much your recovery is. There isn't a whole lot of detail on their website, at least. So if you have a link, or if you know where I might be able to find more details on the first beats algorithm, please put a comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to get more information on exactly what that algorithm is, more than at least what the Garmin website is giving me. Now, Garmin does go on to say that newer watches feature an improved recovery time algorithm that can shorten an initial recovery time estimated by taking into account the following: stress levels, quality of sleep, additional training intensity, and daily activity levels. Now, the one thing I want to say about this is it does seem like a positive thing that Garmin would be collecting more and more information on how to actually determine what your recovery time is. But keep in mind, like I mentioned earlier, sleep was one of those things that Garmin had wrong over the last couple of nights for me. So even though they're able to collect this more information, sometimes you get a little bit suspect on whether this information is actually accurate or even able to help with the algorithm in determining how much recovery time that you need. So I'll be sure to include in the description down below just a link to the Garmin website from directly where I pulled all of this information. Also included in that same link is where you can find out whether your device is included in the list of newer devices that actually is able to pull all the additional information that I mentioned. That's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have to say today about this recovery time tool from Garmin. I think it can be useful. I think it can help you out. But again, as long as we take it with a grain of salt and we allow it to help us inform our training and not dictate what our training is. Once again, guys, my name is Matt and this is What Matters to Matt, and ultimately what matters to me most is my family. I'll see you in the next video.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be